2 years, I understand, from a gentleman that talked to me about him. He's 21 years old. You know, I got socks older than him. I know I got ties. They're still hanging in the closet. But why don't you give a real good, warm welcome from Auburn to Matt Waibel.
Wow, what a great crowd here we got in Auburn Hotel. So this grasshopper walks into a bar. He orders up a beer and the bartender says, "You know, we have a beer named after you." He says, "Really? Do you have a beer named Fred?" So after that, a string walks up after the grasshopper and orders up a beer too, and the bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve string here." So he goes outside and ties himself in a knot and messes up his ends. So he goes back in and the bartender looks at him and says, "Ain't you the same string that came in here earlier?" He says, "Nope, I'm afraid not." I heard you can't smoke in here no more. I mean, my ex-girlfriend wasn't a smoker, but she used to say that every minute she spent with me took 7 minutes off her life. You know, I was in here when they were signing up for people to do comedy, and I was talking to a girl, and I asked for her phone number, and she gave me a fake one. She said her number is 456-789-10. And I said, "Oh, really? Is that anyway by chance in the 123 area code?"
Oh, it's a classic.
I've been dating my girlfriend for about a year or so now, and I took her out horseback riding. That was kind of fun until we ran out of quarters. We went out to dinner, and she said, "Man, this has been a great year, you know." So she says, "I guess I had the steak and lobster." And I said, "Yes again, honey. I didn't know honey or steak here." So, and I've been trying to save money on my dry cleaning. You know, I mean, it's why spend $2 on the dry cleaning on a shirt? You know, I'll just donate it to the Salvation Army. They'll clean it, put it on a hanger. The next morning I'll come back and buy it back for 75 cents. Being funny isn't easy. Like this guy that wound up in prison. He said his cellmate yells out, "Number 17." And the whole crowd bursts into laughter, you know. Then all of a sudden, he yells out, "Number 7." Again they burst out. So the new guy asks, what gives? He says, We've been here together for such a long time. I mean, we have these jokes all numbered, and I just yell out a number, and they think of the joke and they laugh at it. So the guy says, "Let me have a try at it." So he yells out, "Number 20." He waits a minute and nobody laughs. He says, "What gives?" The cellmate says to him, "Some people can tell a joke and some people can't." I was at the library at the Auburn Library behind this person. He asks the librarian, he says, "I'll have a cheeseburger, fries, and a Coke." The librarian says, "Sir, this is a library, you know." So he whispers, he says, "I'll have a cheeseburger, fries."
Yeah.
You know, just getting here today was a rough thing, because I was driving in my neighborhood and I happened to ran over a cat. And that really felt bad, and I didn't even know the people. I mean, and I know they have kids and that, and so I come up, I knock on the door. I said, "I'm sorry, I just ran over your cat." He said, "How do you know it was my cat? What did it look like?" I said, "I think it looked like this." Man. So when I'm just getting here, I'm all nervous, you know, and once you know it, I get pulled over for speeding down Midland Road, once you know it. So the cop comes knocking on my door, he says, may I see your license?" I said, "I don't have a license." He says, "May I see your registration?" I said, "I don't got a registration. I stole the car and I have the owner in the trunk." So he gets a little nervous and he says, we need some backup here." So the captain comes to me and he says, "Mr. Waibel, do you have a license?" I said, well, sure, right here." Now he says, "Do you got a registration?" I said, "Sure, it's right here in the glove box." So he says, "Now, do you have a body in the back of your truck, in the trunk?" I said, "Now, what would give you that idea?" He said that officer over there said, 1, you don't have a license, and then 2, you don't have no registration, and you have somebody in the trunk. Yeah, and I bet that's the guy that said that I was speeding too, wasn't it? Excuse me, I gotta go pick up my tri-can.
Well, Waibel, everybody.
Wonderful job. And his writer did well too. I don't know who it was.
You nailed it, buddy. You nailed it.
Those are